Greetings, Battle Brothers. It's me, Aurelia Tempris, Defender of the Golden Throne and Servant of Humanity. How are we? Do a flip? I don't know how to do a flip. I do not know how to do a flip, unfortunately. Unfortunately not. Spin my model? No, it's annoying to get it back so it's perfectly straight, especially when I'm streaming. Then I'll be like, I'll be slightly off, it's irritating. And that's not the same as a flip. That's moving in the, just spinning my model, that's me moving in the Y plane. But you want me to move in the Z plane towards you guys. Yeah, it's a cartwheel. It's lore day today. Yes, we are having chill vibes. I have my Taco Bell. Yes. And we are chilling. Lore day. React day. Basically. Leg day was yesterday. We did that. Seal Mom Games, thank you so much for the bits. Appreciate it. Unwrap my burrito. Okay, so I see your comment says I've briefly derailed the stream, but I didn't see the D part because of my mic was blocking off that part of the screen. Bleh. And I thought it said, well, I railed the stream, and I'm like, how do you do that? This is some like Mechanicus next level. How does one what? I'm like, that's weird, bro. No, yeah, I know Watcher didn't actually say it. No Dawn of War 2. I have a schedule. We're gonna do Dawn of War on Saturday. But if you're sad that it's no Dawn of War 2 today, there's a schedule, so you don't have to be as disappointed. Am I Bard? I'm basically the same person as Grimoline. Okay. I have not heard any reasons as to why. You just say I am. Yes, put your grots together. Guys, work on your minis. We're chilling today. Do you play Mechanicus too? I have not played Mechanicus. But I've heard it's decent. But I probably, maybe I will. I don't know. My friend Froggy, she played Mechanicus too and provided feedback to the devs, and she said she really liked it. Well, maybe, actually, I don't remember if she said she liked it, but she has like a ton of hours in it, so I think I assume she did. Yeah, I think that's it. Hi, really? Painting up your STL file for a local painting competition? Oh, hey! That's awesome! Trying out non-metallic metal for the first time. Wish me luck. Good luck, and I hope my mini brings you to success. I'm kidding. Your painting skills will probably do that. Although the model is very nice. Yeah, be careful with the sword. It's very breakable. My day was good. I'm just tired. Brothers. The amount of times I needed a nap, many. It's amazing I'm still going. Let's just put it that way. but we're surviving. I just donated plasma, had to down a rock star just to drive back home. Brother, you should, oh gosh, you should not, you should not need to do that. That's bad. That's not good. Hi, Possum. Mods, do the possum thing. Mods, do the thing. Yay, it works. Do the thing. I also thought when I said, hey, mods, do the possum thing, I thought you guys were just gonna stop responding to me like you're playing dead. No, I don't want them to end your life. That's silly. How else will I get more Taco Bell gift cards? How else will I get more Taco Bell gift cards? Mods, pet the possum. Lose his fingers. Oh, Possum, you wouldn't bite my mods, would you? Everybody pet Possum. Pet Possum, he needs pats. Give him head pats. You wouldn't bite fingers? Alright, everybody pet him. Pet. I got hot sauce in my leg, and I have no napkins. I'm not flexible, I can't lick that. Oh wait, here's a napkin. It's just, I don't want to use a shop towel for this. That's lame. A t-shirt is always a napkin at the end of the day. Ah, that's true. This is my workout shirt. So it probably would have been fine. Hilariously enough, there has been a possum roaming around my house at night, setting off the doorbell camera every night. Possum. Look, man. I need you to stop bothering Blort Shanker Man. Let him let him get his rest. Stop setting off his doorbell camera. Stop being a menace. Okay? We're just gonna have a heart-to-heart. Cause Blort here is gonna report back as to whether or not you bothered him tonight. So I need you to stop, okay? That's probably my cousin Devin. He tends to play Ding Dong Ditch. It comes up during the family reunions. Oh good, I want to make sure. I didn't want to say anything, but I just figured you knew every possum out there and that they were related to you. I was busy today, so I forgot there was a stream. Usually, Wednesdays are hit or miss as to whether or not I have streams. It's not always consistent. Okay. We've had the best part. Here's the beefy 5-layer burrito. I'm grabbing the gordita. Okay. We'll start here in a little bit. She's a custodian, of course she sees the YouTube messages. Yes, the age-old question, do I see YouTube? Yes. You guys just misbehave. Not all of you, only some of you. So I can't have you on the screen. But it's okay. Oh, by the way, Possum, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a good day. Ding dong ditching. Oh wait, that's Devin, never mind. I hope you're having a good day. Taco Bell is a temple to Papa Nurgle. I just can't prove it yet. No, we're taking Taco Bell back. Everybody says Taco Bell is from Nurgle. They always say that, but you know what? I'm taking Taco Bell back, okay? I am immune to the Taco Bell. Clearly, the Emperor is superior. I want Taco Bell now, but the nearest one is 150 miles away. Ooh. That's rough. I'm sorry, man. Sorry. Sorry, brother. Man, that's I would be sad if that was me. 150 miles away from a Taco Bell. Are you, oh, you don't have to answer this. Are you in the United States? Because if you're in the UK, I see how that happens. I feel like it's really hard to do that if you're in the United States. You're in the United States. Where? Actually, don't tell me where you are. Don't dox yourself. Don't dox yourself. Only 150? That's nothing in Texas. Well, no. Like the nearest Taco Bell. There's no Taco Bell in my country. I'm so sorry, Jay. The French, we always knew the French were uncultured. I'm kidding, of course. That just rolled off the top. I'm kidding. It's amen. Sorry, man. I'm obviously kidding. We all know that the jokes against the French are, you know, I have to. It's like required by law as an American that I have to, I gotta make that joke at least once a stream. I have to flex my superiority. You can't see it. I didn't pay for tongue tracking because I didn't want tongue tracking, but I stuck my tongue out and I forgot, but the tracking doesn't pick that up.
No.
Jay, are you okay? I was kidding, man. Jay, are you alive? Guys, I killed him. I killed him. Is there an alternate universe where Gilliman is your husband? I'm sure there is. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, there he is. He's alive. He is alive. There is something called French taco, but those are an affront to God. Is it? I can't say that. I can't. No, I have standards. I can't say that. Okay, tell me about this French taco. It sounds terrible. No. I mean, Possum, I'll message you what I said. What I was thinking about saying. I'm not gonna say it on a stream, though. If you want to know, message me and I'll message it to you. Okay. I think chat can fill in the, I think chat can fill in the blanks. Hang on. Oh, God. This is what happens when you have tired brain. Speaking of tacos, do I lack courage? No, I just want to have tact. Yeah, possibly. No, I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it. It's funny and it's totally clippable, but professionals have standards. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, deserved. That's fine, I accept. Mods, give him his points back. Wait, which one? Who was that? Oh, Gamer. Yeah, one of the mods. Can you give Gamer back his points? He can't do it himself. Yeah, that's deserved. Hang on, I gotta put sauce in my cheesy gordita crunch. Should be refunded, thank you. See, chat. That's something that can happen. Oh yes, if you do the Exterminatus at a time that I find funny, I will be like, mods, give him back his points. That chat clear was poorly timed. No, it was perfectly timed. It was perfectly timed. Does the button come back as well? The button is like a little Easter egg tied like from one of my original viewers. He pops in every once in a while, but every time he donated like 10 bucks or something, he would want the button on the screen, and he requested the button to wear little hats. So that's the threshold for the button, but you can use the Exterminatus button whenever. You just will probably lose your points unless I find it really funny. The cheesy gordita crunch is an affront to God? Why? How many subs for you to say the... Okay. Look. It's vastly inappropriate. It's vastly inappropriate. I will not be saying it. It doesn't matter what you throw at me, please. Save your money for a funnier bit. You will be disappointed. It's probably what you think it is. So just imagine it in your head. French tacos are basically invented by kebab places of all things. Got pretty popular, and I don't get it because it's just food slop. Food slop. So is it like a gyro? Yeah, the thing that Bard said's more likely to happen. Okay, is 189 for Glaive Super Heavy Special Weapons Tank a good price? I actually don't know. I don't know. I wish I was more in tune. I had a better pulse on mini purchases. Alright, hang on. I'm gonna eat this so that we can start watching our stuff. We got sidetracked by tacos. But yeah, it sounds like it's a gyro, because if it's a kebab place, it sounds like it would be... Kebab meat, fries, and cheese all put together in a burrito. Food slop is a good description. That just sounds like Greek food. And Greek food's really good. Because there's a Greek place where they have gyro, where it's not in a burrito, but it's... It comes with fries, and it has tomatoes, and it's really yummy. It's really good. The chip buddies don't have meat in them, though. It's a fry sandwich. It's like... It's French fries between bread. What happened to America in the Warhammer universe? So America specifically, they don't say anything about that. But there is a time period where every science fiction thing you might possibly know about happened in the Warhammer universe. So whatever happened in like your classic sci-fi stories to America happened to America. Because anything in like 40k, which realistically it's prior to 30k, is the world was basically a wasteland, and there are a bunch of like clans, like war clans, and the Emperor united the whole thing, but no one was calling themselves America at that point. So yeah, what are we doing tonight? Lore and eating Taco Bell. The Great Plains of America was a polity during the Unification Wars. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Okay, so it was America. It was America. There you go. So, yeah, techno-barbarians. So it was not specifically United States of America. It's a little different, but it's good to know that America survived. Very based. Very based. Yes, the Imperial Palace is built where the Himalayas are. They like chopped half the mountain off and used it to make the palace. Wait, I will look at this. Oh, shoot. More sauce on my hands. Okay, let me see. I want to look into this. I'm gonna see if there's a good map. Probably not. Oh, there is. That's so wonderful. Oh, what a flex. Hang on. I'm looking at this map. So, I'm looking at here. Let me pull up the map for you guys. So, I think it was DinoFan. I don't remember who made the comments like that. America surviving like 20,000 years. Like the name is pretty impressive. So I was curious and I wanted to see what other names possibly survived. So here, I'm gonna pull it up on my screen for you guys. Me? Here we are. If you look up, what did I look up? I looked up, like, you look up Techno-Barbarian States pre-Unity Terra map. So, you've got America, the American Auto Wastes, Mayan Jungles, up high Brazil, also, that name stayed the same. The Antarctic is still as it is. Europa, that's classic. Frank, Germany. It's they just took the names of the current like countries and continents and like took letters out or just replaced them, because Germany is Jermani. Germany. That's funny. That's really funny to me. Lands of the Indoi. Okay, that's wait. Yeah, that's like India-ish. Australa. Oh my gosh, Australia. Yeah, Australia's just gone, but if you look at that section, Australa. Have you seen my new bag? It's a Germani. No, but it's Jermani, which makes it more trendy. Come on, like, are you really a Germani fan if you don't know how to spell it? Oh yes, Sa Afrique. Yep. Some of them are like the most reasonable guess imaginable based off the names. There's a whole lot of that. It's not confirmed location wise. Some of the names are just the ancient names of countries. Some are the names of old nation states. Others are just vibes. Yeah, that's just funny though. That's funny. And I like the dark patches where I'm imagining that's because the Earth is really deep there. The opposite of a mountain. But Florida is in the deep section. I don't know what that means. Who knows what happened to Florida? The East Coast of the United States is not doing too hot. Yeah, I'm gonna finish this. That was a nice little... Florida remains exactly the same. Oh, Italy's in there too. It's just called Tally. I didn't see that. I didn't see that. Fun fact about Antarctica, its name means no bears, but when it was named, no one had visited yet. They knew about the Arctic and just assumed was another continent with no bears. Antarctica has bears? Because I figured they would be... It has polar bears. Okay. Because I figured if it had any bears, it was polar bears, but I thought it would be on the north. I wasn't... I thought it was too cold in the Antarctic, because there's not... Yeah, I didn't think there were bears in the Antarctic. I thought they were on the North Pole. Yeah, the Arctic. Yeah, it's too freaking cold. So they were correct. The name is actually... The Antarctic is penguins. Okay, good. Penguins and walruses. Okay, because I was like, bears? I didn't think there were bears. Okay. Penguins in the south. That's what I thought, but I was like, I don't think there are bears there. Not if we put a bear there. Let's get 2 or 3 polar bears. Actually, let's get 2 pairs of polar bears. And put them on the Antarctic. Okay, hang on. I'm going to eat this really fast. Penguins are cute, yes. Thank you for the bits, Watcher. I'm sorry we proved you wrong. Oh, sorry. I misunderstood your super chat. They assumed there were no bears and they were correct. My apologies. Look, I'm tired, chat. Read the stream. Horde. That's me right now. Don't expect much more from me today. But thank you for the bits. I apologize. Okay. Let me put my hot sauce lid on. Did I take recaf? I'm drinking a version of the caffeine now. Yummy. Why horses are so common? Oh, in Warhammer. I was like, what? What do you mean? What? We're good. We're good. We're locking in, chat. We're locking in. We're locking in. Except, wait. I just get this message from Possum. This is a bearded seal. It's 9 feet long and it's covered in Taco Bell hot sauce. Yes, its head does look like it's covered in hot sauce. I must show chat this. Thank you. What a lovely addition to the stream. Let us show. I don't know why I was sent a bearded seal, but I will show it to you. Can you eat it? I mean, you can try. I'm sure it'll eat you first. A bearded seal. It is covered in hot sauce. And it's in the Arctic. Okay, that's why. Look at him. He is round. A fantastic specimen. Been watching your content for a while. This is my first time watching your streams. Welcome. We're talking about polar bears and bearded seals. He born to nugget. That's not a nugget. That's like a chicken strip. How did it get covered in the sauce? I just dunked him in there. Every single bearded seal, I picked it up and I dunked it in a big tub of hot sauce. He's a rotund gentleman. Rotund. I agree. I agree. Thank you. This was a wonderful addition to the stream. He's kind of like me, chat. Look, my hair color is very similar. Look. Look. I also crave to be... Actually, no. I reflect the rotund nature of the seal. Wow, it's actually very similar in color. It's a little weird. Yes, I do have a very long mustache as well. Were you dropped in hot sauce then? No. You really want to put that out there? Well, I don't actually look like a seal. I don't actually look like a seal. I make the joke because I know I'm a fit individual. So. Yeah, the whiskers and tattoos is practically the same. It's like my twin. Peak performance. Ugh. That is a fit seal. I mean, technically you're right. They have a lot of, they're very good at swimming. They're very fast. He is very fit. You're not wrong about that. There might be a little bit of blubber, which everybody's got a little bit of blubber unless you're, unless you do like roids and you're like super jacked and you have like 0% body fat. Everybody's got body fat, especially women. That's a sad part. Never gonna have a six-pack because it's harder for women to lose that little bit of fat, and it's like, you know, if it's a low percentage, it's generally fine, but it's harder for women to make it go away. And I like Baja Blast too much. Yeah, it's not... Yeah, I'm not talking like... Hang on. Let me put it specifically. All right. I am talking about... No, I don't want... I just want the image in a new tab so I can see it better. Okay, so... Putting it this way, average woman, body fat, I am going to go with the younger end, between 18 and 29 years, have 25 to 37% body fat. That's acceptable. When you're talking about someone who is obese, it obviously depends on your like height. It's usually 32 or like 35% or higher is when you hit the obese category. It's actually 15%. There's a lot of stuff. I just pulled up this one. It's a visual chart because I didn't want to look too hard. So average woman is between, let's say, 15 and 30% body fat. But like if you're an athlete, you've got like 15 to 18% realistically. The essential body fat for women is like 12%. Like you shouldn't have less than that. Otherwise that's not healthy. So let's see. I haven't done a test or like I don't know what my body fat percentage is at. I'm like looking at these pictures and I'm not sure. Most female athletes are about 10%. Yeah, it's pretty low, but there's like a certain threshold you just shouldn't drop under. Anyways. Yeah, don't you have to get weighed in salt water? I don't know. There's also like other ways you can do it. I don't care that much. But I'm healthy. Healthy enough. Let's put it that way. Healthy enough. Ugh. Wait, hang on. I'm actually interested in that picture that I just clicked off. That's actually a weird picture. I was like, oh, there's a picture. There's like an example of people with like the body fat. And I'm like, oh, let me check that out. Yeah, women normally keep more fat due to their hormones, and it's for childbearing. Yeah. It's also just women have more than men. That's pretty standard. That's pretty standard. Your wish was granted. You're now a seal. Ah. Oh no. Oh no. Aurelia, we know you're healthy. I had to give them with all custodies. I gotta say it for myself sometimes. I get a little obsessed, so I need to say it for myself. Seal Aurelia, redeem one? No. No, we're not doing that. No. How am I doing? Good. Tired. We should move on. Oh gosh. We've been talking for like 45 minutes. Are you sure the purity seal wax is made from human fat? Are you sure about that? I'm inclined to say no, it's probably not. It's 100% human. Send me your source. Send me your source. Oh, handsome one. It sounds like you need to eat more Taco Bell. Your problem will solve itself. Eat some Taco Bell. I'm healthy eating Taco Bell. I said healthy enough. I said healthy enough. I didn't say I'm the epitome of fitness. I work out so I can eat generally what I want. And good to see you, Techno 2308. I'm so glad you found me. Good luck with Space Marine 2. Are you doing the weekly? Moss, I'm tired. Can I sleep, please? No! If I have to be tired while I stream, you have to be tired while you watch. I'm kidding. Go to sleep. Go get to sleep. Be better than me and actually get some rest.
You know, I was kind of wondering...
Get some rest. I just ran 3 miles. Can I eat what I want? I mean, kind of, yeah. 3 miles, that's pretty good. I don't like going on runs. They're annoying. Flagship, thank you for the prime. I prefer strength-based exercises, but I do a little bit of cardio. It's not nearly as fun, though. Don't sleep, caffeinate. Thank you, Watcher. I will do that. I will do that. Okay. We're gonna... Let me double check something. Do. We're gonna switch over. Playing this while playing Siege was my life become. I'm so sorry. Siege sounds terrible. I don't want to play Siege. That's why I don't play it. I just play my one mission over and over and over again. Oh yeah, that's right. The update came out. Oh man. Maybe I should have had a community night this week. Next week, guys. Next week, community night with the with Space Marine 2. For the Emperor, yes, thank you. I'm trying to figure out what I should say. Caillou, that's your name now. I got to level 30 on Siege, it was tough. Oy. Does not sound enjoyable. Does not sound enjoyable. Okay. So, I saw that there was the, wow, why am I blanking so hard? I could have sworn I put it on my playlist. Oh, there it is. The Necron faction trailer came out today for Dawn of War 4. We're gonna watch that, among other things. Yeah, Arthur. I thought this one might be fun to watch too. Strongest unit for each 40k faction. Obviously, it's out of date, but I thought that might be fun. You know, just doing whatever we want. Siege is so fun. I've just never played it.
Peggy 18.
Okay, we're gonna watch the faction trailer because I think it'll be good. Let me check the volume. Okay, checking. That seems kind of loud. How did that feel? I found it. White Dwarf 472. There's an article about a manufactorum rendering the bodies into wax. But you said 100%. You said 100% made of human wax. I don't think that's likely. It is 100%. So there's definitely not one world full of bees that make... Are you sure? Bard, this is my conversation with One True Gamer. Get out of it. Posted the excerpt in the mod chat. Okay, let me see. Okay. So, I read it, chat. So, below the surface sprawl underhabs that service the planet's immense tallow manufactorums. Here, dead bodies from across the system are rendered down, their fat reclaimed to fashion trillions of candles ready to be exported to Ministorum shrine worlds. That does not say purity seals. That says candles. On top of that, that's not 100%. Candles are wax, yes. We are on the same page there. I used to keep bees. They were good bees. Oh, cool. That's neat. Even agri worlds don't have bees, but is that every agri world? The universe is vast. I'm lost in this combo. Don't worry about it. We'll resolve this in a second. Don't they make the seals with the candles? They can, but it's not necessarily the case here. Most candle waxes are too soft for seals. Anyways, we'll actually watch stuff. Let me turn off my redeems. Look, we can both be partially right here, but you said 100% and you said seals. You just gave me the information on candles. Not the same. Okay. You guys said the audio was fine. Is that correct? Was the audio good? I was not paying attention because I was arguing about wax and bees and all that jazz. Make it higher? No, it was already loud. I'm not gonna make it higher. It was more like, is it too loud? Okay, I'm gonna play it now. We're getting in the weeds. We're getting so far in the weeds. Okay, I'm playing it now.
Peggy 18.
Someone's gotta take his cubes away. It's not gonna be me. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Ancient, immortal, unstoppable. On Cronus, the Necrons rise once more. Driven back long
My favorite voice actor. Jonathan Keeble.
ago, their tombs left in ruin, they returned from the stars to reclaim what was always theirs. On the march, the Necrons are a phalanx of relentless mechanical certainty. Endless ranks of Necron warriors advance in
maps look so
perfect
cool.
synchronicity, their Gauss volleys flaying the living atom by atom. Blitzguard form an impenetrable shield wall of living metal, pushing forward with cold precision. Alongside them, the elite immortals unleash disciplined volleys that overwhelm.
Okay, I won't lie. It wasn't this angle, it was a different angle that made me realize how tall the Necrons are. I assumed they were human-sized, but they're closer to like 7 feet tall.
Infantry and armor alike. And from distant dimensional oubliettes, deathmarks take aim at enemy commanders and elite forces. Where the legions march, their constructs obey. Canoptek scarabs surge ahead of the advance, swarming strategic positions and harrying enemy forces until heavier Necron units arrive. Canoptek wraiths phase through solid matter to strike from impossible angles, while Canoptek Doomstalker engines anchor the battlefield with searing blasts from their doomsday weaponry. Canoptek spider constructs reinforce the assault, fabricating additional scarabs mid-conflict. And shackled by Canoptek constructs,
just casually giving birth on the battlefield. That's a little gross.
the shattered fragments of the Catan star gods serve as enslaved weapons of cosmic power. The shard of the Void Dragon is but one such horror, its power barely contained, yet devastating. Those consumed by the Destroyer curse crave only the annihilation of all life.
They're so cool.
Scorpec destroyers tear through enemy lines in whirling storms of hyperphase blades, while Locust heavy destroyer units obliterate armored targets from afar. The Necrons slowly spread their dominion across Cronus, extending their power matrix with every structure they restore. As their influence grows, so too does their dominion resource, strengthening their hold on the battlefield. Through living metal, damaged Necron forms regenerate even far from battle, their restoration accelerated
shoot.
within the expanding power matrix. And the Necrons do not stay fallen. Through resurrection galleries, destroyed units are restored over time. Through powerful stratagems born from ancient technologies, enemies are undone. Through blinding solar pulses, enemies lose their defenses. Through crushing gravity pulses, resistance collapses. Through ancient translocation science, Necron forces redeploy in an instant. Players command two ancient powers. Thothmek, the Chronomancer, is a master of time, bending it to his will as a weapon. He can slow enemies to a crawl, confound projectiles, causing them to miss, and accelerate reanimation protocols for destroyed Necrons within
He's
his
really
ranks.
cool looking. I like him.
Amnok, once ruler of Cronus, now consumed by the Destroyer curse, who once the carnage begins, cannot retreat, all but absorbed by
Melee
his
boy.
hunger for nihilistic butchery. Necron strongholds are not built, they are restored. Each structure
I like
extends their
that.
dominion across Cronus. At the center of their growing empire stands the Tomb Citadel, from which the Necrons awaken ever greater horrors of war. Among them, the Monolith descends, a super-heavy war engine
that's so
capable of
cool.
deploying reserves directly into combat and phasing across the battlefield through translocation matrices.
Oh, those are, I
The
hate those.
Necrons have returned. And when their dominion spreads across Cronus once more, the galaxy will remember its true masters.
Okay, that's pretty cool. I really love the animations. Oh, I love the animations. And the monoliths are so irritating, especially in the first DLs, the first Dawn of War. Oh my gosh, what was it? Winter Assault. Oh, I felt like I was gonna die. It's like rush to get the Baneblade made and just blast them with the Baneblade. Ugh. Dude, Thothmek would be a very cool mini to paint. I will say, I want to paint Necrons at some point, you know, once I get my Custodes done, maybe my Radiant Sons, like my Blood Angel successor, and my Eldar done. I think Necrons are they're so cool. The vibes are awesome, and I would probably have some sort of gold on them. Maybe not completely gold, but like accents in gold. So they just look cool. They just look cool, man. Let's see. We're gonna just crank through some of the Dawn of War stuff. I haven't seen some of the trailers, so I put them on the playlist. I think I might be missing one, but I didn't watch these earlier, and I'm like, oh, I should go do that. There's this guy I follow on Instagram who paints Iron Hands with gold, and it looks so good. CQB, can you put that in the Aurelia art channel? I want to see. I want to see. I would like to take a peek at that. But we're gonna watch. Basically, everybody gifted me orcs on my birthday last night. Oh, happy belated birthday. I think some people are sending me a message. Just make a boys army. Look, those are some very good family and friends to get you all the Warhammer. They're just getting you an army. That's nice. That's nice. Yeah, my family doesn't do that. I think they wouldn't know what to get me. So I'm not upset about that by any means. It's just I've only been gifted one Warhammer, and that was like Christmas a year or two ago. A friend got it for me because I was starting to get into Warhammer. Something like that. I was like, here you go. Like, oh, thank you. And then I painted him, and that's my Trajan. My first mini ever. So, I'm the one that got my friends into 40K, so yeah, it's a bit of a tradition to gift each other minis on the birthday. Oh, man. Okay, can we talk about that? That's so nice. As you get older, it's hard to figure out gifts for your siblings. And it's gotten to the point where my siblings and I, it's either we don't do gifts, or this is new. We get each other stuff. How do I explain? It's like Warhammer. So for example, let's say, this is not what it is. I'm not going to say what it is, but let's say Goblin Shark wanted an Eldar army. That's super easy because I'm like, oh, you like the Eldar. Let me just get you minis I know you don't have. Super easy. Now, Goblin Shark does not play Warhammer, so that is obviously not what I'm getting Goblin Shark, but it's within a certain theme and something that I know Goblin Shark would like. Goblin Shark is my sibling, by the way. That's what we call... I call Goblin Shark that because it's a joke about how Goblin Shark is ugly. Jay, how have you not heard about this? Okay, all right, chat. Here's a story. Here's a story really fast. Here's a story. I had a book growing up. I shared it with my siblings, and it was like 1,001 facts about sharks. And it's a kid's book, and there's a bunch of different sharks in it, and gives you a bunch of facts, obviously. So there is a goblin shark in the book. You guys want to know what the goblin shark looks like? You guys can look up the goblin shark. I'm not going to derail us anymore. And there was definitely a period in time where I opened up the book and I said, hey, this is you. And, you know, it's obviously saying that my sibling is ugly. So, for stream purposes, since I don't want to say names, that's just the nickname that has been granted to Goblin Shark. Especially when my dad was on stream, where like, we need to come up with names for the other siblings just in case. And I mentioned to him a couple of the stories that I told about Goblin Shark. And he's like, oh yeah, we'll just call them Goblin Shark. I'm like, oh, we don't have to do that. I was thinking we'd come up with a cool name. Yeah. Now, technically, more people know of Sibling by Goblin Shark than any other name. I actually think you're right. You could argue that in IRL, we know people, so we know other families, and then they have kids, but they have, like, friends and stuff that it might be close. But we're adding at least, how many do we have? There's about 400 people I've just told this story to. So I think we're still just shy of the number of people in real life that know. I'm counting YouTube as well. So, can Goblin Shark yeet their own jaw like the real thing can? No. I've told other people before, but I don't think... I feel like once we pass the 500 number, then it's safe to say, but it's hard because there's also people that I know Goblin Shark has met that I haven't met. So that's actually an interesting question. How many people in life know you by your name? So it's not just your friends, it might be, it's the circles and how connected you are to people. So I don't know, man. Anyways, that's story about Goblin Shark. I actually want to get art made of the fam at some point. I think that would be really cute. Because Goblin Shark actually isn't ugly. I promise. Goblin Shark is a very attractive individual. Okay. I haven't seen the Dark Angels trailer. It's 35 seconds, so we'll watch it. It's just Goblin Shark, one word. Goblin Shark, no spaces. Oh, I love the dreadnoughts.
Purge to lost.
Yes, get him. Oh, yeah, it's the boy. Okay, I thought that was gonna be more. Oh, it's not the CGI trailer. I thought it was a CGI trailer. I've been lied to. I've been lied to. Okay, we have the Orc CGI trailer. Okay. Orc CGI trailer. We love rocks.
Warning. Engine damage catastrophic.
I don't know how he let that happen. Oh, that one I get.
To the Thunderhawk.
I don't think they're gonna make it, chat. Oh yeah. We all know and love that guy. Cyrus! Okay, I'm sorry, that was kind of dope. Did you see that? That was really cool. Oh, I love that. I'm sorry. That's so freaking cool. I love that. Caw! You can even hear it. Voice Marine!
Gorgon's trapped ya! Now you're gonna die!
Holy.
This one is mine! Target the orc craft!
Oh, the weird boys got him. They saved him. Get on, brother. Oh, shoot, it's huge. I didn't realize how big it was. That sucker's massive.
Boss, we're gonna crash it in a panic. Yeah, good. They won't get away this time.
Boss, we're gonna crash. He's like, good. I'm looking forward to it.
Crash it in a panic. Yeah, good. They won't get away away this time. Crash faster!
Crash faster! Oh, I love the orcs. They're so funny. Crash faster! Oh man, what a lovely group of guys. Oh man, so wonderful. Oh, so nice. Man, it's making me giggle. It's making me giggle. Good thing they had the big red crash button ready. Yeah, right? How else were they gonna crash faster? Oh. Oh man, that's some good stuff right there. Let me check. So we watched that one. We saw the Mechanicus one already. Oh, we have the story trailer. I don't think we didn't watch that one. Let me go back. I did have this one pulled up. I just was making sure I didn't miss anything. Sorry, maybe that was good for the soul. That was so good for the soul. You said I had to show up if sleepy, so I'm gonna blame you for having coffee at 7:30 p.m. No, you have to show up sleepy, but you can go to bed. You can go to bed. You are allowed to. I might have seen this already. I probably did.
The galaxy lies shattered. The Blood Ravens stand alone. We fight. We bleed. We die.
Yeah, that does happen, yes.
For centuries, we have been sworn to defend Kronos. We have returned to find a world in ruin. Orc warlords infest the surface. Mechanicus priests pursue knowledge long forgotten. Ancient horrors awaken, claiming dominion over all. And something still stirs below. Buried deep, lost for eons, and never meant to return.
Well, we knew about all this, though.
We stand defiant. Kronos
Oh, yeah,
must
we have
not
seen this.
fall.
R.I.P.
And we are not alone.
Oh yeah, Dark Angels.
Our future is untold. Only one thing
That trailer
is
was so
certain.
dumb.
War has returned to Kronos.
Okay, I think I had seen this, maybe privately. Yeah. Because I was like, oh yeah, the lion, and then Cyrus dies, and it's big sad. Everybody does the big sad. Kronos sounds like a lovely planet. Yeah, obviously. Bro, we're like an hour in. Okay. Let's see. Hi, Sotek. Hi, what's up? What's up, Sotek? What are you doing? Hello. It's been a bit. It's been a hot minute. When are you gonna come to Offkai? Great question. when work stops being busy, when the Emperor has me not working all the time. Mel asked me if I was at Off-Kai, and I was like, no, I'm not, but what can I do for you? She's like, oh, I wanted to give you a hug, and I was like, oh, man, I wish I was there. I wish I was there. So when you go full-time, yeah, I just don't know if that's... I don't know if that'll be possible, gentlemen. I won't lie. I'm coming for him. You can't... I don't know if you're able to take out the Emperor, Abby. It's for the greater good. Whoa, 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 whoa. Heresy. Heresy. And Grand Tourist, what I think... Maybe you can play the Lion in combat. I feel like he's just going to be like a story piece. But I hope Off-Kai was fun. I hope you had a good time, Sotek. It seemed like it was fun. Did he say the greater good? Heresy, I know, right? No, it sounds like fun. We will get you there. We will see. We will see. If it doesn't happen, I won't be, like, broken up. I still enjoy doing this for fun. Welcome in, dearie. I'm glad you could catch a stream. Good to have you here. We worship Slanesh in this channel. I'm gonna delete that message myself. Warning. Don't be a heretic. Oh, wait, no, it didn't go. Don't be a heretic. Send warning. I like bugs, am I allowed? Sure, yeah. I'm joking when I say that. I'm joking when I say that. My poor throat is exhausted. I need to heal for a few days. Ah, well, you get your good rest. Were you, like, talking a lot? Why is your throat tired just talking so much? Ugh. Yes. That pause is suspicious, but we're not going to dwell on it. What am I insinuating? No, I was just wondering. I was like, I didn't imagine one could talk so much at a convention. I mean, I'm a yapper, but I don't know if my throat would be sore afterward. I'm not suggesting anything. Oh my gosh. I was just wondering why your throat was sore. You're very defensive, which I feel like says more about, like, you than me. I was just commenting. Wow. Whoa, 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 whoa. Lots of screaming. Yeah, were you screaming? When you're trying to scream over loud club music, it's really difficult. Oh. I don't go to clubs. That's probably where the disconnect is. I was like, what's happening? If you went to a club, okay, I get it now. I get it. I don't go to clubs. Yeah. Yeah, I am introverted. I stay at home. Even if someone invited me to go to a club, I'd be like, no. No. Aurelia only goes out to touch Baja Blast and 5-layer burritos? Yes. Yes. I take walks on occasion as well. Those are nice. It gets the blood flowing. Okay, so everything is noisy at cons. Good to know. Good to know. I have not been to any conventions. Oh, huh. I also shout when I get excited, and seeing so many homies gets me going. Oh, okay, cool. That's wholesome and nice. I am now considering the heresy of dipping 5-layer burritos into Baja Blasts. They're supposed to mix in your stomach, not before they get into your stomach. You keep them separate, and then they come together in the stomach. The taste together, no. 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 What I've been up to, I'm tired. I was double checking to make sure I didn't miss any of the Dawn of War stuff. One of the trailers came out today, the Necron one did. So we were watching that, and I was catching up on the CGI trailers. What's the plan for this stream? Just chatting? It's chatting and lore. It's like both. We do it both, but it's a lot of chatting. Talked about polar bears, bearded seals, bees, and wax, and maybe wax made from humans. Anyways, yeah, there's a new trailer. It's the Necron faction trailer. Yes, One True Gamer. Yes, we talked about bees and how there are no bees. Everybody's so dang defensive today. Everybody's so dang defensive. Didn't mean to interrupt. I should return to my lurker quarter. No, you're fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We had another friend in here, and that was also how we got derailed. We also talked about unification wars in America. What about the bees in my garden? We're talking about in the Warhammer universe. Your bees definitely still exist. And France. Yes, can't forget about France. Gotta DM you about a thingy. Oh, is it what I think it is? Yes. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Yeah, guys, go follow Sotek. Something might be happening soon. I'll get confirmation when I get a... Let's see. Sotek, you got me excited. Dang it. He said something else, which I am excited for, but I was hoping for more. Yes! Okay, cool. Thank you, brother. Guys, we'll follow Sotek. Thank you, Mons, for putting his link in there. Sotek, do you want me to look at this later or now? Later or now? I'm gonna pull up the next... We're gonna look at Necrons, because I feel it. Oh, I like those. I should have one that's like... Okay, I can't say that. Never mind. I like, man. No. I was gonna say something. Yeah, I apologize. That's why I'm not saying anything anymore. Shh. Well, stop talking to me if you don't want me to spoil anything. I'm kidding. Have a good night, Sotek. Guys, go follow Sotek. He's cool. He's cool, and he's got things cooking. They're cooking. My face is gonna skitter off. I hope not. That would be really bad for my skin. Be really bad for my skin. Okay. No more 23-hour secrets in the Golden Palace. Look, mods, as much as you make fun of me for not being able to keep secrets, oh boy, do I have a secret for you guys. Oh boy, you're gonna love it. It's a good secret. Face turns into a skin. No, I'm not telling you. No. You don't have to wait very long for the secret to be revealed, but I've kept it as a secret for a bit now. Anyways, Chaos Dwarf trolley problem. I think. So, I feel like I know what's gonna happen here. I feel like I know what's gonna happen. And don't tease us about it. Talking around a secret is just as bad as talking about. No, it's not. No, it's not, because you don't even know what it is. Don't tell me what to do. I'm going to tease you as much as I feel like. See, yeah, I'm thinking he throws the... Well, we'll watch this. I feel like I know what's gonna happen here.
Your freight demon train is on schedule when you notice a village of escaped Noblar slaves set up on a rail line no longer in use.
Take them out.
Hashut would surely be pleased if you ran over the village, but your shipment of big hats would be late. What do? Stay on track, leading to a reduced recruitment cost and time for Chaos Dwarf units, or run over the village, getting 2,000 souls and 2,000 gold.
Village. We don't know what he picked? I was hoping for answers. I'm annoyed. I just saw that on my timeline, not my timeline, my recommended, and I was like, oh, I want to know what he picks. Yeah, but I feel like there'd be more screaming if he threw the switch. 1 second, let's listen to it again. Okay, apparently there is a lot of squelching, but I was hoping for more screamings. Yeah, he went with the village, but there needs to be more screaming, in my opinion. Are you really a Chaos Dwarf if there's not screaming when you attack? The Remembrancer was bothering me to watch one of his videos. And one of the ones he sent me was about Sanguinius, so we're gonna watch that because we haven't watched a Sanguinius video in a bit, and why shouldn't I watch a video about my husband? Yes, I want, give me something visceral. How else will I know that they perished? Oh boy. Okay. Chat, I have a question for you guys. So, I am in a couple Warhammer or just nerd content creator discords. And someone in one of the discords, I don't think it's anyone I've ever collabed with. No, I've not collabed with this person, so it's not anyone like you guys, quote unquote, know. But someone said that Sanguinius was a whiny boy. And I'd like your guys' thoughts on it. Now, they brought up some other books where they thought Sanguinius was a bit dumb, which I have not read some of those books because they're not Sanguinius-centered books. It's like Imperium Secundus stuff. So I need to, read those because I want to understand what this individual was saying. Totally true. Yeah, we're talking Warhammer today. No, I'm just curious. I'm genuinely curious. There was a video about that today. Wait, which one? Send it to me. Send it to me, Shadow, in the mod group chat. I want to see. I was just curious if you guys had like a similar, like, if you guys had similar thoughts. I'll go find it. Thank you. Well, we might watch that. I wonder if it got released today. I wonder if it's that guy. It's a guy. I'll clarify. It's a guy. He's the opposite of whiny. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. He referenced that Sanguinius breaking down in front of Horus about him being worried that the Emperor's like gonna kill his sons is like whiny, and that he was like throwing a hissy fit, and I was like, a hissy fit? But I don't know. Yeah. Oh, okay. So, actually, this was in... Where did I see this? Did you guys... Was this in the group chat? Ah, well, 1 second. We're gonna, watch this. This is the guy, actually. This is the guy. I meant to send a response to him. I've been busy. That's interesting. Apparently from our discussion, he felt compelled to make a short, unless this was previously done. Hang on. Hang on, I want to see... No. No, I want to... I wanted to see when he posted this. Okay. The 3 dots. Oh, up here. Description. When did he post this? 6 hours ago. I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. Okay. So this is the guy, announcer of games. I don't know him, so obviously don't throw shade or anything. That's weird. But apparently our conversation led to him posting this. I was just curious. No, sorry. No, we will not disparage other content creators here. But apparently our conversation led to this. I'm interested in what he has to say. Primarchs are terrible. I think I generally understand why people say this, or why people in general don't like the Primarchs. I kind of get it. But let's see what he has to say here.
I feel like choosing violence today, you know? Rare form and spectacle for me, I know, but let's talk about the Primarchs a little bit.
Okay.
And how a lot of you need to calm down about them. You see, the Primarchs are much like Greek heroes. When you hear about their epic tales, all you see is the hero on the front cover. But then when...
Okay, so... This might be unfounded, but I get the feeling this is directed at me. I get the feeling this is directed at me, but we'll see how the rest of this is going. I would like to add... No, let's just hear what he has to say before I respond.
When you peel back the layers, you learn that, yeah, they're not so great people.
Oh, 100%.
Because they're people. They're flawed. And with some, yeah, it's way more obvious than others. Yes, Angron has anger issues. Yes, Conrad Kerr flays babies. Yes, Perturabo is an incestuous incel. We all know. But I'm specifically looking at the people that look at the loyal Primarchs and think they can do no wrong.
You can't see it, my hand is on my face. I've never said that. Let's just make that clear. I've never said that. I don't think that. Thank you, Shadow. The emote's perfect for this situation. Oh my gosh. Wait. No. All right, guys. It's fine. I do think this is 100% directed at me. I never responded to him because I was busy. Oh gosh. Oh God. Dang it, I gotta figure out how to navigate this situation now, because it's gonna be like, oh, well, you saw my short and now you're coming. Oh, golly. Dang it. I should have responded earlier. I was just tired. Oh, my goodness. Do you have actual reason to think this is directed at you? Yes. I think maybe not directly at me, but I think I am in the umbrella because I am in a server with other nerd content creators, a lot of them Warhammer. This is not drama. I'm not starting drama. And he made a comment in one of the channels, and he said like, Sanguinius like is the worst or whatever. And then someone tagged me and said, Aurelia, get him. And I was like, what? No way. He's not like the worst. Maybe he didn't say that exactly, but he made a comment about disparaging Sanguinius. Like, no, he's not. And then he said he was whiny and that he threw a hissy fit with, he's like, oh yeah, and like he threw a hissy fit. I'm like, define hissy fit, what does that mean? And so he had a bunch of stuff where he's like, I don't know how much people have read. I think he assumes that I haven't read a lot, which he's probably read more than me. There's at least 3 or 4 books with Sanguinius in them where he was referencing stuff. I have not read those books. They're not pure Sanguinius books. They're like Imperium Secundus stuff, which I now have a reading list. I would love to read those. And I said, oh, hey, I see your points. They're interesting. I can't respond right now, but I will get back to you. That was like Monday, and I forgot to get back to him. Now, I don't know how much of that conversation was continued with other people, but I think he might have assumed that I just like Sanguinius because he's hot, which is not the case. I actually like Sanguinius because he's flawed. No, guys, we're not beefing. We're not beefing with anyone here. I'm just giving you context as to why I think this is like a good chunk of this is directed at me. Now, I never said that the Primarchs weren't flawed. I'm not looking at this with rose-tinted glasses, even though it's a joke that I do that. Google Docky just for lore? No. I'm just giving you guys context as to why I'm like, oh shoot, this is directed at me. It's because we don't know each other. We don't know each other well enough. If he knew my reasons, like if I had responded to him in the group chat, like perhaps I would have, perhaps we could have avoided this, but anyways, no, this is not drama, guys. Please do not go bother him. This is stupid. I'm not saying his point is stupid. I'm saying creating drama out of this is stupid. So don't do it. Otherwise, we are going to have a problem. You and me will have a problem. So I'm just hearing this stuff and I feel like it's directed at me. It might not be. It feels like it is, though. Yes, I do like his angelic abs. Who wouldn't? Yeah, no harassing or anything. I said it better to not overthinking or taking it personal because sometimes we see patterns where there is not. That is true. Humans love finding patterns and we're good at it. Considering the timeline in all of this, I think it is because we had the conversation Monday. This got posted a couple hours ago. I never got back to him in the big group chat. And I think it might be, depending on also what other people said in the group chat. So we'll back it up a sec. This is, oh shoot, it's 3 minutes long. Okay.
We all know. But I'm specifically looking at the people that look at the loyal Primarchs and think they can do no wrong. You know how people say that GW loves the Ultramarines and loves jerking them off and riding them off? Well, I'm talking about the people that tend to ride off all the other Primarchs harder than what you guys think GW does. 3 Primarchs in particular: Vulcan, Rogel Dorn, and Sanguinius. Believe it or not, guys, they're not good people.
Oh yeah, it's about me. Yep. Vulcan was also brought up in the conversation.
Oh, but Sanguinius gave his life for the Imperium and his father! Ferrus Manus died as well, but you don't see him getting a fucking day named after him, huh? Up until the Siege of Terra, I'm gonna tell you all what Sanguinius did.
Dang it, this is directed at me! What the actual, bro? Oh. You could have just DM'd me, man. We could have had this conversation. Like, I was more than happy to have it. Brother, like, oh my golly. Okay. No drama. Hey, okay, let's see what I have to say.
He got tricked into going into a star system infested with demons.
Okay.
Proceeded to get his shit rocked and handed to him.
Okay.
Had to have someone else sacrifice themselves to save his ass.
Okay.
Got stuck in Ultramar for a little bit with Robert Gilliman and Lionel Johnson and proceeded to just sit there and mope and whine. Proceeded to let Conrad Kurz go multiple times.
I agree.
And only got his shit together when he learned, oh, my actions have no consequences because guess what? Nothing matters till I go fight Horus and die. He's also the same guy that, wouldn't fight for the Librarius. Something the founder of the Flesh Tearers would call him on. Then there's Rogel Dorn, who's a massive fucking hypocrite. He is just as guilty of playing politics as much as he accuses Gilliman of doing it. Secretly trying to subvert a council meeting before it happens by meeting with a representative of the Dark Angels and Space Wolves and trying to convince them to side with Rogel Dorn. Instead of, helping rebuild Terra. And for such an honest person, he can't really seem to talk about Sigismund being weird. Then there's Vulcan. Vulcan...
Didn't he, disown him, though? Didn't he get to the point where he's like, I disown you, you're freaking cringe, brother? I think he did do that.
Likes fire. I don't care if it was an alien. He murdered an alien kid. Yeah, sure, he felt bad about it later, but I don't give a shit if you feel bad about it.
Wasn't he tricked into doing that? Wasn't Vulcan tricked into doing it?
He still did it. Now, I'm not saying you can't like any of these Primarchs.
Uh-huh.
There is stuff to love about them. But, let's just be honest about them. I love Rabuta Gilliman, but I will be the first one to tell you, nah, fuck off, he's terrible. Looked at the Imperium and said, yeah, that's what I want.
Okay. Aren't all of them being terrible half the point of Warhammer? Yeah, I think his main issue is the people who don't accept their flaws. Now, I'm curious. I might go back into the group chat and see what other people were saying during that conversation, because I never said anything, and I would never say that Sanguinius is perfect and he never did anything wrong ever and he's the bestest, goodest boy. I mean, he is the bestest, goodest boy, but he still did a lot of bad stuff. So... Anyways, this is not worth it. We're not going to go dissect his arguments and call him dumb names and stuff because it's not worth it. I have my thoughts, but obviously I disagree with some of the points. But I do agree with his point that, yeah, the Primarchs are incredibly flawed and that's part of the story. Obviously, the Primarchs were intended to be so smart, a bazillion IQ level. They're not written that way because A, they're being written by imperfect people, not bazillion IQ people. And on top of that, it wouldn't be Warhammer if there weren't flaws in the characters. The story wouldn't develop or nothing would happen if they were all oh, maybe I should talk to my father. So... yeah, if we're gonna summarize this video, which I agree with the premise, is I think too many people, maybe not too many, I actually don't know. I don't have a good reference point. I think most people think the Primarchs are flawed. I'm thinking the reason why this video came into being was because he imagines people such as myself, I'm not saying this is exactly it, this is my guess, that he thinks I am superficial or people like me are superficial, and we just see the Primarchs for hot guys who are like super smart and blah, 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 all that. There are some people that are like that, yes. I don't think it's as many people as he thinks it is. So that's my thought. Overshot. I hope that your final exam goes well. You've got this. Get a good night's sleep beforehand. You'll do great. So, yeah. Anyways, like I said, don't go bother him or anything. That's stupid. Don't do that. You know, overall, I agree with the point. I don't necessarily like how it was delivered. I think it could have been better. But that said, I should probably respond in the group chat to that message. And, I gotta think about it now. Dang it, it's another thing I have to do, and I don't want to. I have more important things to do than to engage in a stupid debate about whether or not Sanguinius is whiny. This is dumb. Should I put it on the list? Sure. It's at the very bottom of my list, though. No, you don't. Wait. This is priority. I gotta deal with the drama. Challenge him to bolt pistols at dawn. Anyways. Wow, okay. Cool. Thank you for sending that to me. I think that was in, like... That's so funny, because I think I saw that short get posted somewhere. I don't know where it was again, but I saw it and I was like, oh, I'll look it up later, whatever. And here it is. That's funny. Okay. I don't even know if I want to make that into a video. That was a good chunk of my time. I like making things into videos, but I don't want to cause drama by making that. Dang it. That was like a 15-minute segment. I'm never getting that back. You can make everyone sound whiny if you read their dialogue as an anxious teenager. It was so funny. I was thinking about my arguments. And he commented that, like, Sanguinius broke down when he was talking to Horus, but I was like, well, no, that's, like, private between brothers. If he was, like, throwing a fit, like, that would be a problem. But then I was thinking about Lorgar, because I brought up that Lorgar was a whiny boy. And I was thinking about it, and I was like, well, actually, if I apply the same logic to Lorgar, where he broke down in front of Magnus, he broke down probably a few more times than Sanguinius, but understandably so, it's very similar, actually. He had a whole breakdown with Magnus, and it was in private, and I was like, well, you know, maybe I should reconsider how I classify what a whiny Primarch is. So... No. Okay, let's not even... Anyways, let's move beyond that. Again, don't bother anyone. Don't do that, please. That's the last thing I want. I don't want drama. I just thought the video was interesting. Especially since there's a very large segment about Sanguinius, so it felt pointed, to say the least. So now that we are here, we're gonna watch a Sanguinius video to cleanse our palates. It'll be quite lovely. I hope you guys are ready. The great angel pointed like someone's ears. Warning. Don't be a heretic. I should change the rules so I can just do that really fast. Okay, let's begin. Oh, actually, audio check.
It is not the descent toward the shadow, nor the rise toward the light that makes us superior.
Do we like? Do we like? All good. Any discussion about Primarchs inevitably turns into comic book cliche dialogues. My superhero is better than yours. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Sounds good. Needs to be louder. It was in the zone that I normally speak in. Any other thoughts? Does it sound good? Does it need to be louder? Because if more people say it needs to be louder. Unless you're the word bearers. Facts, Striker. Facts, 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 facts. Okay. Okay. I will turn it up just a smidge. There you go. Start over.
It is not the descent toward the shadow, nor the rise toward the light that makes us superior. It is the endless struggle between the two that greatness of character lies.
Yeah!
We are tested, and we do not break. We will never fall.
Very good
The
quote.
loyalist Primarchs of his Imperium are beloved by all. Paragons of the potential of humanity, each Primarch embodies a fragment of the Emperor's might.
Yes.
Though of all the Primarchs, a select few are regarded, even by their brothers, with respect, or even adoration.
Sanguineous.
Yet there is one Primarch who was beloved by all his brothers, with only a trifle of exceptions. The noble son of the Emperor, who most embodied not only his power, but his very being. Sanguinius, Primarch of the 9th Legion of the Adeptus Astartes.
My husband.
During the scattering of the Primarchs, Sanguinius would land on the radiation-soaked moon of Baal Secundus. Discovered by the tribal people inhabiting the moon's surface, they would adopt the infant Primarch into the people of the pure blood. Within 3 weeks of his arrival, he had grown to the size of...
Okay, somebody just made Sanguinius with Henry Cavill's face. Like, that is Henry Cavill right there. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's Henry Cavill. Holy cow.
a large child capable of walking and learning speech. By the year's end, he towered over the people of the blood. Uniquely amongst the Primarchs, Sanguinius bore 2 angelic wings that sprouted from his back, the origin of which is uncertain. Some claim them to be a gift bestowed by the Emperor, whilst the more cynical people of his Imperium would claim them to be the result of a mutation born from the radiation endured by his time on Baal Secundus. Though of all his abilities, it would become apparent that the Primarch had the gift to divine the future. Using his visions, immense psychic power.
This art is not very flattering. He looks like an emo kid. Like the way his hair is cut and he's got this little bit of like... this little bit of hair. It's not a bang. It's just... it looks very... sorry.
And martial prowess, Sanguinius would lead the people of the blood to defeat vast hordes of mutants which threatened their lives. With their defeat, the people of the blood would worship Sanguinius as a god, which would endure until the arrival of the Emperor. Disguising himself, the Emperor would witness Sanguinius give an impassioned speech to his people. Yet with Sanguinius' ability to divine the future, he would instantly recognize the Emperor.
Pride.
The great angel would fall to his knees and pledge his allegiance to his father. Inducting the greatest warriors of the people of the blood, the Emperor would integrate them into the pre-existing 9th Legion of Adeptus Astartes, soon to be monikered the Blood Angels. Sanguinius would become highly regarded by all the legions of the Adeptus Astartes,
even gaining the greatest respect from his brother Primarch, Horus,
They were the bestest of friends. Oh.
whom would confide in the angel for advice. More than any Primarchs, Sanguinius and Horus would form a bond of trust and adoration. The great angel would even convince Horus to change the name of his legion from Lunar Wolves to the Sons of Horus after being given his new title of War Master. With Horus even concealing his knowledge of the flaw within the Blood Angel's gene seed from the Emperor, making these events all the more tragic considering the way in which the future would unfold.
Yep.
Horus would fall to the forces of chaos and begin his campaign with the keen awareness that Sanguinius was arguably his most deadly foe.
Absolutely.
Before his treachery had been revealed to the Imperium, Horus would command Sanguinius to fight the Xenos Nephilim species on the planet of Cygnus Prime. The Blood Angels would be ambushed by hordes of demons within the Cygnus system and become stranded. During a fierce battle against the greater demon of Khorne, Kabanda, both of Sanguinius's legs would be broken.
Yeah, it was
The great
real
angel
bad.
would be comatose due to a psychic backlash caused by the activation of the Rage Fire, a device constructed by Fabius Bile of the Emperor's Children and employed by Erebus of the Word Bearers.
Freaking Erebus lurking.
The device would cause the gene seed curse of the Blood Angels, the Black Rage, to erupt. With their Primarch unconscious, the Blood Angels would tear each other limb from limb. With the intervention of the Ninth Legion's librarians, Sanguinius would be restored. Battling
Dude, like, all of them died except maybe one. It was really bad. Like, the librarians are like, we're gonna bring him back, and then they all just start dropping like flies.
the greater demon in a second duel, Sanguinius would slay Kabanda and banish it into the warp. With the demon's leader banished, Sanguinius led his forces into the Chaos Fortress on Cygnus, known as the
Chaos Fortress made of bones, the bones of the people of the planet. You know, just in case you weren't disgusted enough, yeah.
Cathedral of the Mark. Therein, Kyrus the Perverse, Keeper of Secrets and Demon of Slanesh, would offer to cure the Blood Angels of their curse, should Sanguinius sacrifice himself unto the Rage Fire. Sanguinius decided to accept the bargain, but before his pact would become binding, Blood Angel Apothecary Meros would sacrifice himself before his Primarch could act, transforming him into the Red Angel. Enraged, Sanguinius would slay Kyrus and swear vengeance upon Horus for the loss of his noble son. Reeling
Fun fact, when Gabriel, I believe it was, I think it was Gabriel Seth, he basically, in a giant meeting, he implied that Horus had sent them there as a trap. Sanguinius was so mad, he basically beat him within an inch of his life for even suggesting that Horus was a traitor. Turns out he was right. But it was bad. It was really bad.
from the catastrophic events of Cygnus, Sanguinius would set course for Terra. His journey altered by a ruin storm orchestrated by Erebus would make communication and travel throughout the Imperium near impossible. His legion would arrive on the Ultramarines' homeworld of Macragge and meet with Primarch Rebute Gilliman. Fearing Holy Terror to be lost, reluctantly Sanguinius would accept the title of the new Emperor Regent of the newly founded Imperium Secundus, with the support of Lionel Johnson and Gilliman. Plagued by prophetic visions of his death at the hands of Horus, the great angel would be confronted by the stowaway Primarch Conrad Kurz. Confirming his own visions of the angel's death, Kurz would inquire as to why Sanguinius still remained loyal to the Emperor, with the knowledge that it would lead to his demise. Sanguinius urged his brother that it was not too late for him to return to the Emperor's grace. Kurz would state that chaos was all there would be, not just for himself, but every man, woman and child in the coming future. Setting off an explosive to mask his escape, he would eventually be recaptured by the Lion. Sanguinius would preside over Kurz's trial and would eventually determine to end his life. The Lion would demand to instead become his jailer. Kurz believed his death would come at the hands of an assassin sent by the Emperor.
He was right.
Which the Lion deduced meant that their father still lived. The Primarchs would pool their resources and attempt to breach the Ruin Storm. Sanguinius would suffer the beginning stages of the Black Rage, fueled by the visions of his own death. A preternatural vision would lead Sanguinius to travel to the planet of Davin, the world in which Horus began his path of corruption to the forces of chaos. The Primarchs would find evidence of a mass drop pod assault on the planet's surface. Sanguinius, Guilliman, the Lion and their prisoner Conrad Kurz would discover a ruin, the Temple of the Serpent's Lodge.
Ugh.
Inside, they would find the altar wherein the fell ritual had been conducted by Erebus on the War Master. Their presence would trigger warp storms to bellow forth and create a portal, dragging Sanguinius away from the temple.
I want to read this book.
He would see himself on the surface of Terra in a vast beautiful garden within the Imperial Palace. With his brother Lorgar's corpse at his feet, he would observe the remaining traitor Primarchs bound in chains. His father, the Emperor, congratulating him on his victory and bestowing the title of the Emperor's Regent to his son. He would lead a campaign to purge the galaxy of the remaining traitors to his Imperium, and eventually become the ruler of the galaxy. Sanguinius would see through the deception of the vision and cut through the visage of the Emperor, revealing it to be the demon known as Medael. Sanguinius and Medael
I
would
need to read
duel,
this book.
Medael unleashing lesser demon hordes through the portal, preventing...
What's the name of the book? I appreciate the no spoilers. What's the name of the book? I'll read that next. I would like to know. I'll keep an eye on chat. I'll keep this going.
The Lion and Guilliman from breaking through to aid their brother. Overpowering the angel, Medael would bargain with Sanguinius. Deeming Horus to be an unworthy vessel of chaos, he would offer to aid Sanguinius in killing his brother and taking the mantle of War Master for himself. Added to the bargain, Medael would cure the Blood Angels of their curse.
Oh.
Refusing, the Great Angel would impale the Greater Demon with his weapons,
Good.
the Blade in Carmine and Spear of Telesto. With the demon's banishment, the temple collapsed, and Davin would crumble. In its place, a breach in the Warp Storm would appear, leading directly to Holy Terror. The Alpha Legion would blockade the breach, with Guilliman and the Lion distracting the 20th Legion, allowing the Great Angel to pass through. Taking Kurz as his prisoner, Sanguinius ventured through the breach. Once through, Sanguinius revealed that he would release Conrad Kurz,
Yeah.
sealing him within a stasis coffin and
Bad
jettisoning
idea.
the Primarch into space. Knowing it might be millennia until his brother would be found, Sanguinius would tell him that fate would catch up with him eventually. Perhaps the Night Haunter's vision of the death at the hands of the assassin may well come true.
It did
Arriving
eventually.
on Terra, Sanguinius would meet with Rogel Dawn, Jagatai Khan, and Malkador the Sigillite. The assembled defenders of Holy Terror would strategize on how to combat the oncoming forces of chaos. The Great Angel's arrival would also be used as a symbol for the Imperium to rally behind. His deific visage boosting the morale of the soon-to-be tested defenders of the
Yeah.
throne.
That's my
His
husband.
visions would show him the events of the battles from the perspective of his traitorous brother Primarchs. As the months of war waged on, Sanguinius believed that the defenses would soon falter, and that he must confront his destiny in battling Horus directly. Leading the final...
He had a funny little thing in the end, in the death. The Emperor initially did not want him to go, and to board the Vengeful Spirit with him. He's like, you're gonna stay back. And Sanguinius is like, okay, Dad, but Dad, hear me out. He's like, so we all know time is being funky right now. So technically, because time is being weird and there are no days, because it was like a day ended up being like a really long time. There was no time, was not a thing. He's like, okay, so Dad, think of it like this. Because there are no days anymore, technically, the day I get like the day I die at Horus's hand won't come, because days aren't a thing anymore. It was very hopeful. It was very hopeful and funny to me. I'm like, I see what you're trying to get at. obviously I know the ending, so it's very flawed logic, Sanguinius, but I see what you're trying to say. No, I'm also not giving it... I'm not giving it the... I'm probably not saying it in the best way, but that's just generically what happened. Yes, it's a big plot hole. I was like, okay, I see what you're saying, but I don't know if that's gonna work. Wasn't that more to convince his dad to let him come with? Yes, absolutely. Yes. It was like, he's like, okay, so think about it. Horus can't kill me because the days aren't happening anymore, so he can't kill me. It was also, the logic was, an additional part. He's like, if I stay here and the vision does come to pass, it means he will have killed you and Rogel Dorn. So I have to go with you because we can't let him get to Terra. Because if I stay here on Terra and he kills me, like, we've already lost. So if I go with you, we're more likely to succeed even if he kills me there. It was a very slim hope. So... Anyways, sorry, I just wanted to say that because I thought it was a kind of a funny detail. I'm like, nice try, it's just not gonna work though.
For defense of the Imperial Palace, Sanguinius would battle the reborn Greater Demon of Kabanda, banishing it once more. Injured from this battle, and weary from his vigil, Sanguinius would then board the vengeful spirit at the side of his father and Rogel Dorn. Separated from the Emperor, Sanguinius would face Horus Lupercal alone. Attempting to redeem his brother, the Angel would remind Horus of their past friendship, but Horus would refuse to listen. The two would battle, with Sanguinius landing only a glancing strike on Horus, creating a dent within his mass of ceramide armor. This battle would enmesh itself within the Imperium's history as its darkest hour. The War Master would wound Sanguinius with the blades of the Talon of Horus, and end his life with a psychic barrage, ensuring the Angel's death would be the most painful and malicious ending that his benefactors of...
When was this? Hang on. 4 years ago. The end of the death wasn't out then.
Chaos could administer. With the intervention of the Emperor, Horus and his rebellion would be destroyed. The great angel's body would be taken back to Holy Terra by Rogel Dorn, and with the heresy over, Sanguinius would be laid to rest within a resplendent golden sarcophagus, later interred on his homeworld of Baal. And so it was that they fought, the angel and the beast. Titanic must have been that struggle between those two gods amongst men. Long must they have rained blows upon one another, until it seemed that the life of the universe itself hung in the balance. Yet, Sanguinius was bested. Even as the blade of death waited to strike him, Sanguinius would not turn from the path of light. Thus, it was that Sanguinius passed from this world. He who was everything a man should be was taken from us by the darkness. 1,000 times 1,000 years of lamenting will never atone for our loss. When the armor of your faith is buckled and torn, see in your mind that magnificent hero. Think upon his deeds and be humble, for his like will never walk the galaxy again. This has been a tale of the great Imperium of Man, read by the Remembrancer. Sons of Medusa, rejoice in the purity of steel. For in my next Vox transmission, we shall retell the deeds of Ferrus Manus.
Oh. Good video. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm not sharing the links. My bad. Sorry. Here are the links. Here are the links. But yeah. Sanguinius is great. I love Sanguinius. In other words, the sky is blue and the grass is green. Okay, I'll look at the Golden Iron Hands probably off stream. Mods, add that to my list, please. Please, please. Oh man, this video, this is enticing. We have a tier list. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. The lazy one, that thumbnail here is catching my attention. If you love Sanguinius so much, why don't you marry him? You're never gonna believe this. But I did. I did. I'll show it to you. I'll show you. Hee hee hee. Hee hee. Hee hee. The full body model looks amazing. Thank you. Yuka, thank you for the 4 months. She has that ring indeed. Look, anytime I'll take any chance to show it off. I love it. Yes, I am Dante's stepmom. I'm the stepmom of all the Blood Angels and their successor chapters. Yes. I'm proud to be their mom. I am so proud to be their mom. I love them all. As if they were my own flesh and blood. If I was married to a literal angel, I'd brag too. Yeah, right? Have a good night, Terror Lizard. Okay. My list. We have... I think we watched most of these. I think I've seen this one. Space Marine destroys Necron Deathmark. I feel like I've seen that already, but I put it on there. Strongest unit for each 40k faction. It's out of date, so I don't know if we should watch it. But I like Arthur, and I like his videos. That's official GW animation. I think it is. I think it's the one with the sisters in it. Right? Let me take a look. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen this. I was finding videos on my phone earlier today, so yeah. I've totally seen this. Oh, we also have ads right now. Actually, okay, chat. I'll be right back. I'm gonna run to the restroom. I've been drinking my water like a good custodian. I've been staying hydrated. I will be right back. We'll figure out what we're gonna watch here in a moment. I'll be back. Sorry. Hello, hello, hello. First time I made it to one of your streams. Good to have you, Overkill. Sorry, you came while I was going to having a little break. Usually this when chat goes off its hinges. It seems like chat has been chill. Let's take a look. Only a mild amount of skittering. I'm really disappointed. Only a little bit of skittering. I expected more from you. Well, too late now, huh? Oh, okay. Too late now. It's 'cause I'm here, isn't it? All right. We're gonna do Necron weapons, I think. That sounds fun. I know only a little bit. I'm eating Subway. I can't skitter at the moment. You have two hands. One hand can skitter, the other can eat Subway. I have to do Necrons.
Armaments.
Okay. Exploring Warhammer 40k armaments of the Necron. You don't hear armaments a lot. It's a foot long. They cut those in half. They don't usually give you a Subway sandwich in one giant piece. I haven't had Subway in a while. Sounds kind of good. Even though I already ate. But I'm having nostalgia. But they cut them in half. So you can eat half the sandwich with one hand. And I'm assuming because you have bigger hands than me, so you're probably fine. If I can hold a sandwich with one hand, you can hold a sandwich in one hand. All right, see you, watcher. Good luck with your caffeine purchases. Okay. Let me check audio.
Armaments of the Necron. The Necron were the most technologically advanced species.
Did we like? Do we dislike? Does it need more? Ultra Fist. You gotta be a problem solver, not a problem finder. Get a napkin and wipe your hands off. It's a little quiet. Okay, I think I turned it up. There, I've turned it up a little bit. And how are you typing? How are you typing? What do you mean you can't skitter if you're typing at me? What if it's a very deliciously sloppy sandwich? Well, see, I agree with you. If it was a sloppy sandwich, then yes. I understand, but he's typing. So the fact that he says he can't skitter when he can still type. Okay, let's do another check.
Armaments of the Necron. The Necron were the most technologically advanced species in the galaxy.
Okay, do we like that? Oh, it's a meatball sub. Okay. You are forgiven. You are forgiven. You're forgiven. You're good. Welcome in, Raiders. I hope you had a good stream. I would say it's still a little quiet, but it's better. Okay. We're going. Okay. All right.
Armaments of the Necron. The Necron were the most technologically advanced species in the galaxy, existing millions and millions of years prior to the Imperium of mankind. Their technology was great enough that they could blink across the cosmos, devour entire systems with generated black holes, and snuff out stars with the press of a button. They were great enough to overthrow the Old Ones, and managed to shatter the godlike Catan into shards, which they then captured and harnessed. Of course, this wasn't without a cost, and they decided to go into a great sleep rather than take on the up-and-coming Eldar, waiting for
Yeah,
a time
I'd
when
take
they
a
could
nap, too.
reclaim their mantle as the greatest force in the galaxy. Recently, that time has seemed to occur, as the Necron have been awakening, still possessing much of their ancient technology. Let's take a look at their weapons of war that they are now using against the unsuspecting factions of the 41st millennium.
Yes, a great sleep does sound very good. I would like to take a nice long nap. Hopefully I feel refreshed afterwards instead of cranky like them.
Let's start by taking a look at close quarters weaponry, a category that is largely reserved for the more elite troops within a Necron army. Crazed and twisted Necron warriors known as Flayed Ones exclusively fight in close quarters, but their weapons are razor claws that extend from their fingertips. Similarly, the Necron Wraith is a serpentine entity that floats through the battlefield, phasing in and out of existence before striking with bladed fingers. The standard Necron warrior does possess a form of bayonet or axe on their Gauss rifles, but the killing potential of these pales in comparison to firing the rifle itself.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I wasn't... We went to this picture next when he was talking about the Wraiths, and I'm like, am I going crazy? That's not a Wraith. The Wraith are... Because he said floating, too. And I was like, no, those are the... They all look like bugs. They have the long tail. I was very confused because I thought it was going to show the picture instead of this.
Higher ranking troops, including Lich Guards, Lords, and Overlords, will often bring a variety of extremely deadly melee weapons into battle, however. The War Scythe is one of the most potent, created from the same living metal that makes up the Necrons' bodies, and bearing an entropic field generator, which allows it to carve through practically any material in existence. These weapons are also nearly impossible to destroy, surviving direct hits from las cannons, even if their wielder does not.
Yes, Scorpex,
Similarly,
you're correct.
Necrons possess a number of different hyperphase weapons, including the hyperphase sword, harvester, and reap blade. These weapons all vibrate across dimensions, allowing them to completely phase through enemy armor, striking at the flesh beneath directly.
So, okay, forgive, yes, we're talking about a bunch of different things. The last one, the Scorpec, that's a Scorpec destroyer, but they also have another kind of destroyer. There's the Locust destroyer, there's the regular Necron destroyer. They're very destroy-y. So there's a lot of destroyers, but they are all, you know what I mean. Sorry.
The most numerous close quarters threat in the Necron army are the Canoptic Scarabs, small metal creatures resembling insects that are capable of consuming nearly any material in existence and converting it into energy. The Necrons then use this energy to fabricate the rest of their technology and equipment. Scarabs typically...
See, they're very cute, but they're terrifying when they're the size of your face. Pet. Yes, the Scarabs do skitter. It is in, I believe, the Twice Dead King. There is a line where it says that they skitter at some point. Pet. Very nice.
Function in large swarms as mindless feeding machines, rushing over everything in sight and consuming it piece by piece. Given enough time, a swarm of scarabs can easily consume an entire hive city and everyone in it, using the energy consumed to massively supplement the Necron's army. Individually, they pose relatively little threat, but they are almost never encountered alone, and thousands of scarabs can quickly swarm over a tank or fortification and burrow their way in, turning it swiftly into a tomb.
You don't want to deal with them.
Necrons also possess a number of larger constructs that are even more devastating in close quarters, including the Canoptic Spiders, the Tomb Stalkers, and the Tomb Sentinels. These entities are...
Oh, you guys can't see it. I'll move. Duh, not my box knot. Not my box knot. No, don't kill him. No. I love them.
easily able to single-handedly rip apart enemy tanks and fortifications with horrific speed. Moving on to ranged weaponry, the Necrons possess a form of technology that no other faction does, that being Gauss weaponry. Gauss technology functions by firing directed energy at a target, which proceeds to shear apart the atomic bonds between molecules. Regardless of the target then, organic or inorganic, and no matter what it's constructed from, the Gauss weapon will tear it apart, magnetically drawing the constituent atoms towards the weapon. Against armor and fortifications, this causes a certain amount of it to simply be disintegrated, but against flesh and bone, it causes a flaying effect, stripping away each layer of skin and muscle until nothing remains. If the Gauss energy hits a relatively minor location on a body, the damage will still be catastrophic, but potentially livable, while anything close to a major organ will almost certainly result in a swift, agonizing death.
So get shot in the arm.
The Adeptus Mechanicus has spent a good deal of time attempting to replicate Gauss weaponry, as
How fast does it happen? Pretty quickly. Pretty quickly. I mean, you get shot with that, and I would imagine it's almost, maybe not almost instantaneous, but I'd say within 10 seconds you're getting some flaying done.
The most potent form of arms on the battlefield at this point, but they've yet to come close. As far as they understand it, the Necrons' weaponry should be a mathematical impossibility due to the massive amount of energy involved, contained in such a small form, that should by all accounts simply rip the weapon and wielder apart upon being fired. The most basic form of Gauss weapon is the Gauss Flayer, wielded by every single Necron warrior, and just as capable as any other Gauss weapon of tearing apart flesh and armor in equal measure. While these weapons are of course extremely devastating, especially in mass, they are not unstoppable. Primarily, the effect of disintegrating armor is not instantaneous, and sufficient amounts of armor plating can take longer to chew through, requiring multiple shots. Against an unprepared and under-armored opposing...
Man, chat, look at them thighs. Look at his thighs. Those are some thunder thighs right there. Obviously, I'm kidding. Whoa, 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 chat. Whoa, 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 whoa. Chill, chill, chat. The Necron does not want you.
In force, however, a group of Necron warriors armed with their most basic weapons can truly be horrific. Gauss blasters are the next step up, being heavier and possessing 2 barrels instead of 1, allowing for even more powerful bursts of energy, swiftly able to tear through infantry and light vehicles. These are the common weapons of the Necron Immortals, the elite soldiers of the Necron armies. Gauss cannons are even larger, possessing 4 barrels, capable of ripping through a Space Marine's armor quickly and easily. These are the typical weapons of Necron destroyers, crazed soldiers that take to continually augment their physical forms to make themselves more devastating on the battlefield. Going even further, a heavy Gauss cannon goes back to only having 1 barrel, sacrificing rapid firing rate for greater power. These are akin to Imperial las cannons in size, wielded by Necron heavy destroyers, and are capable of ripping apart even the heaviest of battle tanks. Somewhat similar are Gauss flux arcs, consisting of 3 Gauss flayers linked together and featuring a single barrel, generally mounted onto the sides of Necron monoliths. These weapons are used either defensively...
I really wish we had, like, pictures as he was talking about each thing, because that would make things a little bit easier. Because this one here... So we're at 7:35. What he's talking about right now is this. 3 and then 1, but it's... I feel like it would just be... It would help a little bit more.
These weapons are used either defensively, to vaporize any would-be attackers approaching the monolith, or offensively, scouring the area of life while moving into enemy lines. Even larger Gauss weapons, including the Gauss Annihilator and Obliterator, are capable of vaporizing their way through Titan armor with ease, or ripping apart entire squads of heavily armored Space Marines. Another category of weapons that certain Necrons will utilize are particle weapons, which function by emitting a stream of antimatter particles, detonating on contact with normal matter. Known for being extremely reliable and requiring far less energy than the Gauss weapons, the simplest of these is the Particle Caster, a pistol-sized weapon used by Triarch Praetorians and Canoptic Wraiths. Particle Beamers are the rifle-sized versions.
This guy is scary, I don't like him.
Particle Shredders are the heavy anti-tank versions.
Scissor hands.
And Particle Whips are much larger, in the form of a glowing power matrix crystal located on the tops of monoliths. When fired, the whip will unleash devastating arcs of antimatter lightning, splitting the air with a cracking sound and vaporizing tanks and infantry alike in a large area around the monolith. Some Necron starships have also been fitted with extremely large versions of the particle whips for ship-to-ship combat.
Oh,
There
a
are
ship
also
having a
Tesla
particle whip.
weapons, which utilize arcs of
That's
lightning
wild.
that jump from foe to foe, charring them with immense heat and growing more powerful with each arc. Versions of Tesla weapons range from the rifle-sized carbines to the large-scale destructors. Other interesting weapons include the Tachyon Arrow, a wrist-mounted device that transmutes a sliver of metal into an unstoppable bolt, capable of near-infinite range and of penetrating practically any substance, including going straight through Imperial Titans. The Necron's Deathmark snipers utilize synaptic disintegrators, which fire compressed leptonic beams of subatomic particles capable of utterly destroying neural and synaptic
There
tissue,
we go. I was like,
leaving
where's
their
our
victims
sniper?
mindless husks. The transdimensional beamer and exile cannon function by banishing materials to a pocket dimension outside of the normal time-space continuum, whether it be unwanted debris or an unfortunate opponent. Potentially the most powerful weapon the Necrons possess is the Celestial Auri, a device that projects a representation of the entire galaxy. Not just an impressive display, however, the Auri is somehow linked to the galaxy, to a degree that if one of the stars on the device is snuffed out, the actual star will go supernova. While this degree of power is unparalleled amongst any of the other factions, doing so upsets the fundamental forces of creation, setting off a catastrophic chain reaction that's only fixed with thousands of years of constant micromanagement afterwards. Largely then...
No, I haven't heard of that. I'm looking at... No, I hadn't heard of it. It's been a hot minute since I really looked into Necrons. I'm mainly an Imperial girly. I'm not surprised that, yeah, they have an RTS map of the galaxy. I just didn't know they could... Yeah, I did not read that part where Trazen went to Cadia. Didn't know about that. I knew he went to Cadia, but I haven't read that bit.
The Auri is used as a surveillance device, allowing the Necrons to observe the entire galaxy and all of the events taking place within it, although the Oriskar dynasty that watches over the device use it sparingly, mostly forced to protect it from others that would use it without care. Moving on to discussing the various vehicles and constructs the Necrons possess, their standard attack crafts are called Tomb Blades. These were originally designed as void fighters, but since the Necrons' robotic bodies aren't affected by the vacuum of space, the canopies were stripped away for a more open design.
Yeah, I guess.
Tomb Blades are capable of operating both in space and in atmosphere, where they hover across the battlefield, zipping around in corkscrew motions to avoid enemy fire. No normal pilot could ever hope to handle the motions of a tomb blade. But again, the Necrons aren't bothered, and since the average Necron warrior wouldn't make for a great pilot, the movements are actually controlled by a series of hyperfractal equations. The result is an extremely unpredictable, fast, and dangerous vehicle, especially in large numbers, each armed with twin-linked Tesla carbines or Gauss blasters. Moving up in size, the Annihilation Barge is a light anti-personnel skimmer equipped with a twin-linked Tesla destructor, capable of unleashing devastating arcs of lightning across enemy infantry. The Annihilation Barge's drawback is its low speed, so these are often kept in defensive positions to put a stop to any infantry assaults. A similar design is the Catacomb Command Barge, armed with a Tesla cannon, which is primarily...
I hate this. This Necron has, like, teeth. Like, I understand they've got that skull face, so they're gonna have that natural smile, but his mouth is open and he has teeth. I don't like that. I do not like that. It's very unnerving. No thank you.
Primarily used by Necron lords and overlords as their personal transport across the battlefield. The standard troop transport vehicle for the rest of the army is the Ghost Ark, capable of carrying up to 10 troops,
look how cool
as
these
well
are,
as
though.
possessing the means to repair Necron soldiers, even if they're too damaged to repair themselves. Those that are too damaged for even the Ghost Arks to repair are of course broken down into raw energy to be reused elsewhere. Since the Ghost Arks are also capable of void flight, they serve as boarding craft and landing shuttles as well, and are armed with 2 Gauss flare arrays for support. The Necron's heavy assault vehicle is of similar design to the Ghost Ark, known as the Doomsday Ark, but it sacrifices the carrying capacity for a single massive Doomsday cannon. The cannon is among the most powerful weapons the Necrons possess, capable of destroying pretty much anything instantly outside of perhaps a Titan. The Necron monolith is perhaps the most important and most useful.
I hate these in Dawn of War. They're so irritating. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them.
Of the vehicles possessed by the Necron, since not only does its Gauss flux arc projectors and particle whip allow it to easily clear the surrounding area of hostiles, the portals located in the middle of the monoliths are key to Necrons overwhelming a battlefield. These portals are captured wormholes that are linked to Necron tomb worlds and warships, allowing Necron soldiers to instantaneously arrive onto a battlefield en masse. In a very short period of time, a number of monoliths can arrive at a battle, and hordes of Necrons can sweep out, each armed with the greatest weaponry known to the galaxy. The Doomsday monolith is an even more dangerous version, armed with a Gauss obliterator, and the Megalith is an even more massive mobile fortress,
it gets worse.
capable of holding multiple monoliths inside of it.
Terrible. I hate.
The obelisks are similar in design to monoliths, but are designed to suddenly emerge in the presence of enemy aircraft, blasting them out of the sky with Tesla spheres, or simply pulling them down with gravitic pulses. Weapon emplacements include the Necron Pylon, capable of emerging from the ground to attack trespassers and armed with particle accelerators, Gauss flux arcs, or Gauss annihilators. For aircraft, they have some fighters, the Doom Scythe.
I love these. I just love the shape. They're so cool. I'd paint one of these.
And Night Scythe, the latter of which also functions as a troop delivery mechanism thanks to its integrated wormhole.
Yes, it's a croissant.
And is armed with twin-linked Tesla destructors. The Doom Scythe eschews the wormhole for a death ray, and is piloted by an integrated android brain capable of simulating billions of possible strategies in the span of a few nanoseconds. The Night Shroud is the Necron bomber aircraft, which drops death spheres across a battlefield, a relic from the days of the war in heaven containing a fragment of antimatter. Their void ships include various light cruisers, armed with arrays of lightning arc turrets and particle whip batteries, while their largest vessels are known as Karn-class tomb ships, although there don't appear to be many of these in existence. The tomb ships are more than strong enough to take out an Imperial battleship, armed with lightning arcs, particle whips, energy drain generators, and a weapon known as the Sepulchre, capable of generating a psychic wave against an enemy
That's
ship
a good name.
that drives its crew to madness. In addition to all these, the Necrons also possess a number of unmanned constructs, including the aforementioned Scarabs, Tomb Stalkers, and Tomb Sentinels. Canoptic Doomstalkers are large automated walkers armed with a large Doomsday Blaster, as well as twin Gauss
I do
flares
not like
for
their
anything
shape.
that gets too close.
It does not
Canoptic
spark joy.
Reanimators, on the other hand, are support machines capable of emitting nano scarabs across the battlefield to repair damaged Necron soldiers and constructs, as well as tear apart any unfortunate enemies in the area. Similarly, Canoptic Spiders can quickly repair any damage to the Necron army, as well as controlling a small army of Scarabs, and are often used to patrol Necron tombs for any intruders. Also found in tombs are Wraiths, large serpentine constructs armed with a dimensional destabilization matrix,
Look,
which
cute.
allows it to skip in and out of reality.
Look at that guy. Hi.
While this was originally
Oh.
designed to allow it to reach into solid machinery for repairs, it's just as capable of
Very
using
scary,
it to
but
phase
very
its
cute.
claws and tendrils into flesh.
I think I like the very big eye. I think that's why I like it. Because I didn't like that other one. You guys said it was cute, and I wasn't a fan, but I like big eye. Like, oh wow, so cute. Very adorable, yes. Big eye with like two smaller eyes. I don't know, this is just a very nice design.
Phasing them back in to sever arteries and other vital organs. All of this isn't even going into the Catan, of which the Necrons possess certain shards of their former selves,
Yeah,
able to be
easily the
unleashed
biggest
onto
and
a
baddest
battlefield.
weapon.
Although these shards are just a mere fragment of the power that the Catan used to possess, it's still enough to devastate an entire battlefield, potentially including the Necrons. Catan shards can generate antimatter, disintegrate armor and flesh alike, disrupt gravity and matter, and erase foes from space and time. These, of course, are used sparingly by the Necrons, and are contained in Tesseract vaults until unleashed, but they're among the most potent forces the Necrons possess. Possessing the most potent technology in the galaxy, with much of it completely beyond the Imperium's grasp of understanding,
Ew.
it's a bit of a wonder that the Necrons haven't reclaimed their place yet as the reigning power.
They're still waking up and they have problems.
By all accounts, they very well might at some point in the relative near future, but their main issue right now is their numbers. Although there are trillions of Necrons, each one as dangerous as the last, the grand majority of them are still asleep on their tomb worlds, and many of the awake ones are not united in force.
Right, they're
Of course,
Self-interest.
narratively, no faction
they have their own self-interest, but like all the factions are like that to an extent.
will ever win in Warhammer 40k, just like Superman will never stay dead. But the Necrons certainly put up an impressive showing when just looking at their weaponry. Getting hit with an Imperial lasgun or flamer is probably pretty rough, but it's hard to compete with something that atomically flays you layer by layer.
Yeah. I now want to write a story in which the Radiant Sons are fighting Necrons and they turn to see Aurelia petting a scarab in the middle of a fight. See, that'd be kind of funny, because I bet you they'd like start attacking me and I just grab one, so it's probably squirming in my hand and I just like pet him. Like, I just wanted to see what it was like. They're kind of cute. Like, all the other ones are destroyed around me, and I'm just holding one as it like trying to squirm out of my hands. That sounds accurate. That sounds like me. That sounds like me. I know they're dangerous, but like, come on, I just let me pet you. Let me pet you. Here's the link. Have I seen the Awakening fan film? Yes. Yes, that came out like a year or two ago. Is that right? I'm pretty sure that Dark Angel's in it, right? Why pet shape when you cannot pet right? 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 See? Great questions. I found another Space Lycan video. Space Marine versus AT-AT. Oh, that's gonna be loud. Yeah, that's loud. 1 second. I'm gonna turn that down. Sorry, gentlemen. Sorry, gentlemen. He does make good stuff. I didn't know he had this one because it's not in the chaos stuff.
Storm Pooper! Come down here and face me!
Name calling? Really? That's the best you could think of?
This is an old one.
What's next? You're gonna make more stormtroopers can't aim jokes.
Now that you mention it, I bet you can't even take a piss without missing.
Ha ha ha. Mr. Space, please love me, Daddy Marine. You know you guys are basically just roided up teenagers with daddy issues, right? Anyway,
I mean,
isn't sending...
Yes, they are kids that got roided up, but I think they mentally are shot forward in terms of maturity. So I think they have I think they're a little bit more mature than teenagers at that point, but he's not wrong.
A Space Marine to fight a normal human overkill?
Anything we send against your puny empire is overkill.
Okay, he's technically not just fighting you, he's fighting the machine you're in. That's not the same.
Now stop being a wuss and come down here and face me.
You mean leave my 20-meter tall, heavily armored war machine to fight a fanatical
Yeah, see, that's kind of dumb. He's not going to come down.
Yeah, I'll pass, thanks.
You think that thing can protect you? We have titans that make your puny dog mech look like a child's toy.
This is true.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Then bring one of your war machines in to crush me.
It's expensive, brother.
It's okay. I'll wait. Wait. You have to ask the Mechanicum for tech support, don't you? Sure you want to wait 300 years while they put you on hold and inevitably forget about you?
The logistics don't matter. Our war machines just need to look cool and be totally overpowered.
Yep.
Maybe we don't have fancy titans or dreadnoughts or whatever, but at least we know how to build our weapons of mass destruction without needing an STD.
It's STC, Stormtrooper.
Wait a second.
And it's an advanced database containing the sum total of human technological achievement. They're highly important artifacts.
You sure it's not STD? Because that's what your
Dang it, I wanted them to fight. I was hoping for a fight.
Imperium's like. Totally unwanted and impossible to get rid of.
Enough of this. Wait, where are you going?
To drink blue milk while flying through real space at the speed of light, without it taking 50 years. Later, loser.
Did he just retreat? Huh. This doesn't usually happen.
Peggy 18.
I was hoping they would fight. It was like they're versus. I'm like, oh, so they're gonna fight. They're gonna fight. That's exciting. I'm looking forward to it. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm back with caffeine. Good, good, good. Get the caffeine in your system. Sorry, I didn't mean it's when we're in the playlist mode. It is just gonna playlist. The playlist is gonna playlist. Let's see. Let me. Oh, look, guys, you want to watch my live stream? And watch my live stream? That sounds good. That sounds fun. That sounds like a great time. The playlist is over. Those are the ones that I saved, but if anyone has any recommendations, we'll maybe watch one more. Maybe we'll watch one more. Or we could just chat. Streamception. Blah, 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 blah. Self-plug. Oh no, she plugged herself during her own stream. Wow. Wow. Just we rewatch Astartes? Do they actually have, like, do they have it up? It's only going to be like snippets as far as I'm aware. React to Aurelia's lore video? Oh yeah, that's like 10 minutes, huh? Akira, welcome in, welcome in. Let's see, what's this? Someone has recommended a short to moi. Oh wait, no, I want to copy the link. Copy link. 1 second. I'm gonna get rid of the junk at the end. I don't know what this is, but we're gonna watch it. Okay.
This is stupid. It can't be done. I'm telling you, Archie can't miss. Huh? What? How? Archie can't miss.
You just believe it. He won't miss.
But we're still in orbit. This
Wow. Incredible. He can't miss. He believed so hard. He's just not gonna miss. Thank you for the recommendation. Wow, I'm impressed. Archie can't miss. Oh, what did Goomba do? Hang on. We'll just go through some of these shorts because, you know, they're short.
You know what's wrong with you human kids?
What?
You ain't got no squeaks. I mean, just look at these here round T legs and tell me that your life wouldn't be better if you boys had yourselves a couple of these things running around, eh?
I like this one. This one is very, oh my gosh. Hold on. Do you know what this reminds me of? 1 second. 1 second. Oh my gosh. You guys are good. Oh my gosh. Hang on. Oh my gosh. That is the most accurate thing I've seen in my life. Hang on. No, I don't want the web file. I want an actual... No, not the web file, please. This is dumb. I'm going to lose my marbles. Hang on. I've got to take a screenshot in order to... Okay. I'm sure chat has already said it. I'm very sad. Okay. This dog, I mean, this guy looks like the dog from Despicable Me. It's not quite the same, but he looks like... This squig looks like the dog from Despicable Me. So what made me think of it was the mouth and the overall shape. Like here, look at the shape.
All of these things run around, eh? You be
Like, it's the general shape. The mouth reminded me of it, really. Sorry, I had to say it.
You'd be a lot less whiny, I'll tell you that. What it? Oh, What you got right there,
It's
doggy?
Jimothy. Jimothy.
You know what's wrong with you?
Man, Jimothy blew up overnight. I'm now seeing art of Jimothy. This animal does not know. People have made art of him. It's incredible. Yeah. Jimothy. Okay. Thank you guys for listening to my little ramble about how that particular guy looks like Kyle from Despicable Me. Thank you.
The Conqueror. The past few weeks, all the water has been coming out red and rusty.
Ooh.
I guess something must be off with the filtration system.
Sure.
So I brought it up with the crew, and guess what? They all ignored me, like I wasn't even there.
Oh.
Can you believe it? Me, their captain. Things just haven't been the same since we joined up with Horus. But at least I've got you, Karn. You're the only thing that doesn't change.
She's scary, by the way. Lotara, she is scary. She's scary. Google Jimothy Raccoon. There's a funny that happens. What do you mean? I've seen a lot of the Jimothy videos. Thank you for the bits. I've seen a lot of the Jimothy stuff. I don't know enough to understand. She is the captain of Angron's flagship. She slowly gets very, she's basically in a tube, and she pilots the ship. So wait, just Google it. Will it show anything on my screen? Hang on. I'm gonna just cover my screen really fast. I don't know what's gonna pop up. Oh, I see. Okay, hang on. I wonder if I refresh. Do it again. Okay, hang on. I'll show you, chat. Okay, when you look up Jimothy the Raccoon, this is what happens. Oh, come on. Don't make me look silly. Okay, guys, I swear on my life, it did it twice. A little Jimothy runs across the screen. I didn't have to do anything. No, I didn't have to press it last time. He just appeared. There you go. There you go. You got your Jimothy. Yeah, Jimothy, he's just there now. Yes, he has a spinal deformity. It's like a short spine thing. Dogs occasionally get it. Oh, okay. Well, chat, it's about that time. It's about that time tomorrow. Tomorrow, we will be reviewing the Radiant Suns primer. Who are the Radiant Suns, you may ask? They are my custom homebrew Space Marine chapter. I came up with the name, and my community wrote all the lore. I take no credit for it, but we're gonna review the lore this week in chat. I've got something cooking that I'm going to announce tomorrow. That's one of the things I gotta work on tonight and tomorrow. Anyways, join us for the reading of the primer. If you want to read the primer and you don't want to hear me talk about it, join the Discord. The lore is available. There's about 40 pages of lore. So there's a lot of stuff to get through, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Okay? So So we'll start over. We'll read it from the beginning. And it'll be however long it takes. So if it takes us 5 hours, we'll read it for 5 hours. I don't think it'll take that long. We'll see. But yeah, a lot of things cooking. We've got more kit bashing this week, and then Dawn of War on Saturday. No stream Sunday. But it's going to be a lot of fun. So, chat. Wait, let me see if we should raid someone. One moment. Da 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 da. Let's see here. Let me see. Yeah, 5-hour stream tomorrow. Man, I hope not. I'll do long streams. I just don't, prefer them if I don't have to. No stream Sunday, but it's the first time I'll be able to watch it. I'm sorry, Soko. I apologize. I'm sorry. Did I actually... Hang on, I need to check something. Let me look at my schedule really fast. Did I... Oh, good, I did get the time right. Okay, Saturday I have to start later than I normally do, so, I was like, oh shoot. We'll raid Mel. We'll raid Mel, guys, because she wanted to give me a hug, and she was at Offkai, and she's got a streaming anniversary, so we'll do that. We'll do that. We'll raid Mel. Please behave. Let me get that set up. Okay. Chat, be good. Please. Don't skip leg day, and I will see you guys later. Bye.